tell you she's an orphan after you meet her family. Paints her eyes as black as night now. Pulls those shades down tight. Yeah, she gives a smile when the pain comes. The pain gonna make everything alright. And she talks the way we call her out by her name. Oh yeah, talks the way call her out by her name. Keeps a lock of hair in her pocket. She wears a cross around her neck. Yes, the hair is from the little boy. And the cross was someone she had not met. Not yet. Then she talks to angels. Then they all know her name. Oh, and she talks to angels. There's a color out by her name. She don't know no other. No man ever seen. And to her that ain't nothing. Don't tell me anything. She's everything. Paints her eyes as black as night now. She pulls those shades down tight. Oh yeah, there's a smile when the pain comes. Pain gonna make everything alright. Alright, yes, talk to angels. There's a color around my name. Oh yeah, color around my name. Oh, color around my name. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunar Rose Music and Tarot. Happy Virgo full moon lunar eclipse, everyone. This moon is peaking. It is going to peak early in the morning, late tonight. I guess it depends on where you are, right? Vanessa over there on the other side of the planet. Sorry, guys, I'm running a little behind. I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm offering 4 readings tonight, guys. They should be on your screen. I'm also offering messages from Mercury tonight. Guys, please remember Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and Mercury is retrograde. So Mercury does have a lot to say tonight, and we hopefully will get that guidance and that information. Look at everyone, Vanessa. Vanessa, if it gets too quiet over there on Facebook, come hang out with us over on YouTube. I accidentally shared the YouTube link over on Facebook. So if it's quiet over there, just come hang out with us on YouTube. Guys, please remember we are multi-streaming. So we're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok tonight. I know, right? So much going on. Jenna, welcome. Welcome, everyone. All right. Let me know, how is the sound, ladies? How is the music? Is it too loud? We are using a different mic tonight, so hopefully it's working well. All right, I do have some astrology information I want to give you guys, and I am going to read for the collective. We will have camera tonight. You will be able to see the cards tonight. And then, of course, I'm going to offer these readings at the end. But let's talk about the current astrology, right? Because we have this Virgo full moon lunar eclipse peaking right now. This is a culmination of the ongoing Virgo Pisces eclipse cycle that began in 2024. So we're seeing a lot of karmic release and completion because the South Node is also in Pisces, right? We're seeing refinement in our daily lives. That's Virgo energy, and it's making us focus on things like health, work routines, service, that type of energy. And then we're also seeing themes with mental clarity versus intuition, right? And that is because Mercury is retrograde in Pisces. Now, globally and collectively, this energy looks like, well, for example, the Sabian symbol that this Virgo lunar eclipse is in, it's between 12 and 13 degrees of Virgo. And if you look at the Sabian symbol, guys, the Sabian symbols, I know we don't talk a lot about. We are going to start doing that. But it's a set of 360 distinct descriptive phrases. There's one for each degree of the zodiac. And it's used in astrology to provide a deeper symbolic and intuitive insight into that particular degree, right? So Virgo being, this lunar eclipse being at 12 degrees, this is a powerful statesman overcomes a state of political hysteria. So this is a state of political hysteria. And it's suggesting a collective need for a measured, calm leadership amidst high stress or reactive environments. So that is exactly what is happening globally, right? We're not going to get into all the things because this is not a news channel, and I want us to be as upbeat as possible. This is a self-care hour, hour and a half, however long we're going to be here, right? And I hope that everyone watching and hearing my voice is up to date and informed of our current events, right? All right, you're also going to see globally some systematic revelations on a broader scale, right? Because these transits often mirror the cleaning out of outdated institutional systems or the surfacing of health-related data, labor dynamics, this type of energy. And also globally, visibility. The blood moon is visible across the Americas, East Asia, Australia. It's really making it a shared global experience that many are interpreting as a cosmic reset. And guys, please remember, we also have Pluto in Aquarius. Now, that, of course, it actually started in 2023 when we got that little bit of a sneak peek. Then in 2024, it moved into Aquarius. And we talked about it for so long because the shift really marked this huge change in how power works. So instead of like strict top to down control, which was like Pluto and Capricorn. The new era is about technology, AI, communities, having more power, this type of energy. Also, remember we have Saturn and Neptune in Aries, and when planets enter Aries, it's the first sign of the zodiac. So it's often signaling a time of fresh starts and bold action. Aries is not afraid, right? We also have Uranus in Taurus, and this is shaking things up because it's linked to major shakeups in our financial systems, farming, and how we handle the environment. So we're seeing all of this energy globally in our personal lives and, of course, out in the world currently today. With Uranus and Taurus, I'm sure that many of you have, if you listen to other astrologers, I'm sure that many of you have heard them talk about Uranus causing, Uranus is the planet of war. So it's not too surprising that we're experiencing what we're experiencing today because Uranus, I know many astrologers said it was going to happen a little bit later in the year when Uranus was in Gemini. In fact, I'm sure, again, if you listen to astrology, you'll remember hearing other astrologers say that war was coming and then it would happen when Uranus moved into Gemini. The reason that war is here now, okay, and the reason that I always knew it would be way before it got to Gemini is because Taurus is now, I mean, Gemini, I'm sorry, Uranus is now in the critical degrees of Taurus. So critical degrees are where we see the shakeups, the instability, right? As it's changing signs and moving into the next sign. So that's why we're experiencing war today, right? So the astrology, very, very on point, right? All right, guys. I hope everyone is, let me get the right picture up, prepared for this lunar eclipse. Musa Patty on Twitch, welcome. Let me open up Twitch and TikTok real quick. Slightly not ready. I know, right? I had all day to prepare. Guys, start dropping your rising signs in the chat, and I'm going to give you a free astrology for how your rising sign will be impacted. Always seems to know the way. Lance is correct. I did. I did have all day to get ready. All right. Looks like we're live everywhere, guys. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, let's do Scorpio rising first. Don't let me miss yours, Vanessa. What are they saying? Spam the chat. Spam the chat. Okay, so Scorpio rising, I think, is I don't want, well, should I say the scariest? It's kind of the scariest. It's definitely just, here, let me pull it up real quick. I only know because Miss Tina is Scorpio rising, so I was reading it to her right before the live started. It was like, oh my goodness. All right, let me get it. I got my salted caramel hot chocolate. Oh my gosh. All right, so Diana on YouTube. Let's click it so everybody knows who we're talking to. Scorpio rising. Okay, so the Virgo eclipse is falling in your 11th house. That's friendships, community, it's your hopes, it's collective dreams. So the challenge that you could be experiencing right now with the Virgo lunar eclipse is a friendship. Are you ready? A friendship may end or shift dramatically, and you may feel betrayed by a group or disappointed by a collective dream that fell apart or fell through. The shadow energy here is your intensity scaring off the very connection that you crave. So here's how to harvest this energy for Scorpio rising. Let the friend who is meant to stay, and release the ones who are only here for a chapter. Get clear on what you actually want your future to look like, not what you were told to want. And harvest a community that can handle your depths. Scorpio rising. If we could make a list, ladies, Sherry has purchased Eclipse reading. Let me know which one, Sherry. Guys, free readings tonight are messages from Mercury. All readings are $10 tonight. Diana says, so interesting with what is currently happening. All right, let's do Vanessa's Aquarius rising. Oh, guys, I need to mention everyone who participates tonight, and I will have to keep going over. I'll keep an eye on TikTok. But everyone who participates tonight, and you know how we write their names down on the list. I'm going to draw one at the end to give a free 5-card reading to. Free and paid. So Sherry's first on the list. Here's Aquarius rising. So Virgo full moon lunar eclipse is falling in your. This is your house of shared death and rebirth. The challenge for Aquarius rising is going to be intimacy issues surfacing. It could have something to do with joint financial situations like taxes, debts, inheritance, because that's a house. Definitely could become complicated. You may confront a deep fear of betrayal or loss. The shadow energy is keeping people at arm's length to avoid merging. All right, Vanessa, Aquarius rising, how to harvest. Get honest about the money. Get honest about the sex. Let yourself be truly seen by one person, even if it terrifies you. Harvest the power of vulnerability. Something in you is dying so something real can be born. I have goosebumps from head to toe because that correlates with your reading. Do you remember? I did a full moon reading for Vanessa, and oh my gosh, like, talk about on point. All right, Sherry's a Cancer rising like me. Oh, Diana, I just got your message. Totally understand. All right, Cancer rising. I know, right? Did you get goosebumps? I got goosebumps. All right, are you ready? Cancer rising. Okay, so if you're a Cancer rising like me and Sherry, the eclipse is falling in the third house. So this is the house of communication, siblings, local community, and the mind. I want to point out in my birth chart, my north node is in my third house, Virgo. Yes, right? So, Sherry, look on your chart. I mean, I look on your chart. But everyone, look on your chart, right? So if you're a Cancer rising, what else do you have in the house of Cancer? With my North Node being there, it tells me that this full moon is literally like the end of my last cycle and the beginning of my new cycle, right? Does that make sense? Like where I'm headed towards my future. And the interesting thing is, things as there's a lot happening. There's a lot of like leaving the old in the past, which I'm struggling with in some areas. It's definitely having to like get out of my comfort zone, right? I'm about to have my new space, new home, and that has got me a little nervous, right, to say the least. It's gonna be the first time, like, I mean, I'm not really going to be on my own. I'm going to be surrounded by a lot of people, and I'm going to be in a very beautiful place. But it's the first time kind of on my own, really, since the divorce. So I definitely was one of those people that I just kept getting in one relationship after another because I was super like scared to do it on my own, right? So we're here now. So for me, this full moon is like, this is it. This is the very first step into the rest of my life. So that could be very significant for you if you're a Cancer rising and if you also have your North Node in Cancer third house. All right, but if you don't, regardless, Cancer rising, the challenge is going to be miscommunications. And oh my gosh, like prepare yourselves, y'all. This Mercury retrograde. They're never a joke. We laugh about it and make jokes about it all the time, but Mercury retrogrades kick my butt for the entire 6 weeks, like every single time. And I study astrology. Like I know what this Mercury retrograde is, and I know like what we're supposed to be doing with it, and it still kicks my butt. So just be kind to yourselves. Miscommunication is going to be intense. You may deal with things like a sibling or a neighbor that trigger an old wound. You might find yourself ruminating on past conversations or feeling overwhelmed by the noises in your head, right? The shadow energy for Cancer rising is going to be using busy talk to avoid vulnerability. In other words, how's the weather? Did you get this done? We still have to do this, instead of like getting to the deeper, more intense conversation that you're running from. So keep that in mind. All right, so again, if you're a Cancer rising like me, the best way to harvest this energy is going to be to ready, write a letter that you do not send. Write a letter that you do not send. Use your voice to speak a truth that you've just been swallowing. Take a class or learn something new that excites your inner nerd. Harvest the power of your voice by using it with intention, not just reaction. Not just reaction. I want to show you guys a little something that Miss Tina uh, got for me today. She showed me. Hi, Miss Tina. Look, Miss Tina just joined us too. Perfect timing. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see the little card over here by my candle. It says, the strongest person is the one who controls their anger. Y'all. And remember, like uh my Mercury is in Aries. It's right next to my Mars in Aries. Like my words are fighting words all the time. Like all the time. And when I'm angry, I mean, I just can't even express. But what this full moon is really putting in my face and forcing me to deal with is how that anger affects my health, how it affects my mental health, how it affects my spiritual health, how it affects my physical health. So if you're a Cancer rising like me, then these could be lessons and energies that you're experiencing right now with this very, very powerful Virgo lunar eclipse. All right, was that all of the rising signs that got dropped in the chat? All right, let me go up so I can get my list going. Sound is so good, ladies. Let me know. All right, so I know we have Sherry first because she's done energy exchange. Sherry, did you let me know which reading? So there's 4 readings. You can ask a question, you can do twin flame energy, you can get that heart clarity reading or the abundance audit reading. Let me know. Miss Tina, are you going to do a Mercury reading? I remember you saying something about it. Heart's clarity. I see it, Sherry. Erica, welcome. She said, "Oh my God, I've been losing my mind." Same. All right, here we go. I love it. Thank you, Cherry. All right, I got a special spread for it. Oh my gosh, Erica says I'm a Pisces, Aries rising, and Moon and Virgo. Oh my gosh, anybody who has like Virgo rising or Virgo moons right now, sending you lots of hugs, lots of love, lots of hugs. This is definitely feeling lots of energy. When I get done with Sherry's reading, remind me to do Aries rising so I can tell you exactly how to harvest the energy. All right. Let me pull up my notes because I have a really specific spread. Okay, so I like this one because the love one is what we're going to look at, like your old patterns, old relationship patterns, things that you've taken from one relationship to the next, and why you need to leave it behind so you can make room for the new energy and a new relationship. This is a good one. I got you, Miss Tina. All right, Sherry. So, first card we're going to look at is real simple. We're looking at the pattern. What relationship, habit, or belief are you ready to release? What relationship, pattern, or belief are you ready to release? Two cards flew out. Okay, so there's scarcity in your relationships. Maybe you had trouble seeing what you actually wanted from people. You got Hunter Moon, Abundance. You got the Creation card, and then we have Discernment, bottom of the deck. So I think there's a lot of scarcity in your past relationships. I think that maybe you struggled to see. Look at the cards. Look at. Did you guys see that? Okay, so here's what I'm picking up. There's this energy of you actually had more than you realized, or those relationships gave you more. That's what it is. Okay, so a lot of times when we leave relationships, we're like, man, that sucked and it just took from me, right? And that's not actually the case. In each relationship, you're gaining something, you're learning something. It's kind of like the Eight of Cups. When you see the Eight of Cups and you're walking away from that situation, you're still taking the love and the memories and the emotions and feelings that it's in each one of those cups, right? That's part of who you are and it goes with you. So there's something about feeling like, man, maybe you have this issue like, maybe love's not been good for me, or my relationships have not worked out and it's causing me to like lose hope, something like that. You can be having thoughts like that. With the creation and the discernment, it's almost like this is just happening. It's thoughts in the mind. So scarcity, thoughts in the mind when it comes to love and relationships. There's something about gratitude so that you can manifest. One of the easiest ways to manifest, guys, is by being in gratitude. I know that uh like it's eclipse season, and a lot of times people will tell you like, don't do anything right now, let the universe just work as it may. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I manifest regardless of what time of year, what moon, what um is it glitching? What moon, what eclipse season, because when we manifest, we're manifesting for the greater good. So that's why sometimes when we go, oh my gosh, I wish like $1 million would fall out of the sky. I see the camera glitching. Do you guys see that? Slightly concerning. But like when we try to manifest like $1 million, it doesn't just fall out, right? And that's because that energy is actually not for your greater good. And I know you're probably thinking like, Rosa, that's insane. I would be so happy with $1 billion, whatever. But spirit and the universe doesn't necessarily think so. So when you're manifesting, if it's something that's in your alignment and for the greater good, it's just going to come easier. That's really what manifestation is. It's you moving into alignment. Does that make sense? So it doesn't matter whether you're in eclipse season or whether you're in retrograde. It just doesn't matter, because it just means that you're coming into alignment with with who you are and where you're supposed to be. I think you have this energy of you're struggling to manifest new love. And there's also this energy of not seeing what you already have. Nine of Swords comes out. Nine of Swords, Four of Wands on the bottom. So there's this energy of like anxious thoughts, like I said earlier. Um, Maybe even a sense of like past loss, almost feeling, don't take this the wrong way, but almost feeling like a little curse. Like, again, love's just not for me. It's not going to happen for me. It's definitely in the mind. It's negative thinking. It's definitely time to have some type of gratitude, like be able to alchemize something from your past relationships so that you can begin to create the relationship that you actually want. All right, next card. Let's look at the origin. So where did this pattern come from, or who taught it to you? Why do you have this energy of it's not for me? I have a focus card coming out. We have new beginnings on the bottom. So again, I'm getting this energy of struggling to create. I do see the transformation, the butterfly on the third eye, the brow chakra, inner knowing. You could have a blockage, and I don't really like using that word. It just means that that chakra is not flowing um, at its best ability, right? So like things like fear, denial, distrust could be causing you to have again like a blockage in the third eye. And so when you have that, you don't have that inner knowing, that understanding of what the thing is or what you're supposed to be doing in this moment. Something that could have caused this. I know this is gonna seem I'm trying to go around it like every which way, Sherry, but I have to say it. You definitely could have like spiritual blockages, people or energy that doesn't maybe want you to move on or not ready for you to move on. And that's, I'm picking up a lot of that as well. Like that could be what's blocking the inner knowing to see like where you're supposed to be going, where you're supposed to be headed. Maybe you feel like you can't see who's ahead. Page of Wands. This is someone you're connected to through your spiritual awakening. I feel like you see it as some type of change, something of finding. I'm going to say that I see this as part of your journey. And I'm going to say that it's also possible that I see this as a form of protection. All right, let's look at the truth. The truth, what your heart knows now that it didn't know before, what your heart knows now that it didn't know before. The peace card comes out. This is all about having peace of mind. This is also about protecting yourself, having healthy boundaries. The truth is that your peace of mind has become the most important thing to you. The Fool comes out, King of Cups. You've put all your eggs into your own basket. All right, the release. So, how to let this pattern go under the Virgo full moon. Step into your sovereignty. It's the Queen of the Moon, my absolute favorite card. It's know who you are. Know who you are. Shannon, I'm going to tell you something. Nine of Cups comes out. This is someone who, Nine of Cups in my, these are my shadow cards in the um, purple tarot. So with the Nine of Cups, this is like someone who doesn't know how to fill their own cup. This is someone who keeps taking their cup around to other people and expecting something from others. message is clear. The reason that this energy that I sense around you has this hesitancy to let you move forward in this department, it's because there's this energy of you not seeing your worth, you not seeing your power, and I mean, it's definitely giving the message of learning how to love you first. I was going to say something too about moon water. Remind me to tell you about moon water. All right, last card. This is the invitation. What kind of love is now able to enter? So let's say, did I tell you that thing about the moon water and we do a little cleansing, and then you start to see your worth and your value, and you start stepping into your sovereignty, creating the life that you want, finding the partner that you want, learning how to love you so that you can align to someone who is also at that level, right? Does that make sense? Let's say you do all of that. What do you bring in? What happens? What's the next phase, journey? The surrender card comes out. Expect the unexpected. What is the next card? And assessing is on the bottom. So Spirit's saying you definitely still have um, some assessing to do. Okay, so for me, I told this story about how I'm dealing with some, anger situations, and I'm snappy, and I'm quick to um, get upset, and that's not something that I need to bring into a new relationship, right? Um, Five of Pentacles comes out. Five of Pentacles is that card that says it's okay to ask for help. So I feel like that's kind of the same energy you're in. You're tired of being alone, but also not to the point where you have learned how to fill your own cup. All right. Let's pull a guidance card. Power of love. Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love, transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. That's how you're going to manifest the next romance, next love story is moving into awareness, which is learning how to take care of you, learning how to love you, right? And I know you're thinking, like, oh, I do that all the time. I thought that too until I snapped at that poor man. Remember when I told you that story? So it's like clearly not ready. And I'm not saying that you're not ready at the level that I'm not ready, but Spirit is clearly saying there's still something that you need to pour into yourself before that next step. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Let's talk about the moon water. All right, guys. Again, you're going to hear people say maybe this isn't the time to make moon water. Again, eclipses are kind of like when the universe takes control, and it's it's forced alignment, puts you where you're supposed to be, type of thing, right? Thank you, Sherry. Um, so eclipses also like bring shadow energy, darkness energy to the surface, to be seen, to be illuminated, right? If you use this particular moon to make moon water, understand that this moon water you make with this particular moon will have extra sensitivity, will have like extra power than regular moon water. When you use it, it will bring something to light. It will bring something that has been hidden to the surface. Um, I like, this is just me, okay? Um, I like to cleanse with the Eclipse water because I feel like it pulls all of those hidden demons, hidden energy suckers, you know what I mean? Hidden people not really with good intention serving my greater good to the surface so that I can see them and remove them. There is a spiritual connection that you have, Sherry. And I believe that moon water could help you cleanse that energy so that it becomes more of a helpful situation instead of something that's like holding you back or slowing you down. All right. I hope that was helpful. What do you guys think? Was that a good spread? Erica says it's a painful process. Lots of shadow work. Yes, Erica, use the PLR Twin Flame Shadow Journal over on my website. Ooh, since I'm not talking to my family anymore. Come on. I mean, you don't have to tell them. You don't have to tell them unless you want to. But I feel like a lot of us are, this full moon is causing a lot of us to uh, communicate more openly with people that we see in our day to day. It's Mercury retrograde, and then, Virgo is our daily routines. All right, Vanessa. Do I have your chart, Erica? Ladies, we need some new songs for our music and tarot playlist. Vanessa joining us on YouTube. Welcome. I forgot to go check TikTok. Oh my God. I'm not sure who Lance is, but man, I sure do appreciate the engagement. Vanessa, do you have admin on TikTok? I see you, Twitch. Quiet over there. Drops of Jupiter. Erica, I do have your chart. March 16th. That is true. I like how you said that. I need to remove myself to heal further. Thank you, Vanessa. Oh, I see. Oh, we need to add you again. I feel like that's something that's happening a lot. We're seeing a lot of, like, if you're disturbing my peace, if your effort is not matching, if words are not matching actions, right, ladies? Oh my gosh, we're so sick of it. Um, but like all of those things, like if that's not happening, then we're just cutting it off. Just cut it at the knees, right? March 16th. And that Virgo moon, Erica, did you know that your Virgo moon on your chart is at that 12 degrees? Remember, I told you, I don't know if you were here, you may not have been here at the beginning. The Virgo full moon lunar eclipse tonight is at 12 degrees. What a coincidence, right? Oh my gosh, I just realized I don't have my puffer. I went all night without my puffer. How did that happen? Look up the 12 degrees in Virgo Sabian symbol. We talked about it at the beginning. Intense, girl, intense. All right, we were supposed to look up Aries rising, right? Did I tell you guys Aries rising already or no? I don't think I did because it's the pets. All right, let's do the eclipse for Aries rising. Who else is in Aries rising? Man, Sandra's got me with the young blood and this new album with Aerosmith. Have mercy. All right, let's do drops of Jupiter. Like I said, I tried to ask my chat GPT why it's so crazy, but she didn't help much. I was talking to Christina about um, AI. You know, everybody is freaking out about AI taking over jobs, which I mean, it's happening. Um, I don't even know what to think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. They're using it for such bad things, and AI could be used for such good things, but you know, people suck. So, um, but the idea, the concept of AI originally taking the jobs that you know the more I don't know, like
lower jobs, or I almost say demeaning, but they're not really demeaning. I don't know, low paid jobs. So that those people can do better things with their lives, right? Like that's the concept or the idea. Um, but it seems like I said, it's just being used for not good things. But I was telling her, I was like, there's a few things that AI can't do, like read tarot, thank God, right? Um, and I don't, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't use AI to like interpret astrology or to tell you what the astrology is, because I mean it is incorrect a lot. I love that. So is mine, Erica. I mean, he's got a name. I use DeepSeek, and I've named him R2D2. He's like my personal secretary, my therapist, my friend. I mean, all the things, all the things, all the things. All right, Vanessa. Let's get a message from the from Mercury. I'm gonna use our fortune cookie messages for messages from Mercury. And don't forget, guys, whoever participates tonight, we're gonna draw at the end. And if you're still hanging out, um, I'm gonna pick somebody to give a 3-5 card reading, kind of like Sherry's love reading, but more focused on spiritual growth. All right, here it is. Ready, Vanessa? You're not losing your mind. You're losing your old limits. You're not losing your mind. You're losing your old limits. So this is giving a little bit more Mercury retrograde. People from the past returning, miscommunication, misunderstandings. And if those things are happening like with a specific person, then it's almost like it was meant, it had to happen. It was meant to happen. They're not in alignment. All right. I hope that message was helpful. Erica, let me know if you want to do one too. This is very true. That's something that was a hard lesson I got today. It's like I struggle with a specific person that I'm constantly feeling frustrated and angry. So it's like you just have to remove it, cut it out. Miss Tina asked for one, but I feel like she's asleep. Miss Tina, let me know if you're still here. Yes, Erica, I got you. feel like a lot of us feel this.
Yesterday was the time we were born and raised in a summer haze, bound by be surprised all our glory. I hit to turn up out of the blue, right about.
Alright. I know we're breaking the rules a little bit, but I'm totally going to do Miss T.
Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts. Nothing compares, no worries or cares. Regretful mistakes and memories made. Who would have known how bittersweet this would taste? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me.
Lance on TikTok. Let me know if you want a free message from Mercury. Twitch. We don't talk about the degrees much. I feel like PLR, we're definitely astrology for beginners, right? I mean, I started studying astrology in 2020 when Spirit said we were going to do this. Definitely got a crash course. Have taken some classes and some courses, online courses since, of course. But definitely would still consider myself a beginner. And I'm just now learning the degree theory and how to use them. So not too surprising. Not abnormal. I got you, Erica. I'm going to do Miss Tina's real quick. Dang, I went all the way up there and clicked on hers. Alright, here's Miss Tina's. In the space between your thoughts, find your true home. Ooh. In the space between your thoughts, find your true home. I gotta timestamp it for 103. Guys, it's also 333 portal, or wrong, 33 portal tomorrow. My son's birthday is tomorrow. But not only is it 33 portal tomorrow, but the moon, the eclipse, will be peaking around 3:33 a.m. for those of you on the Pacific time zone. So that's pretty cool, right? Guys, if you have an opportunity to go out and look at this moon, definitely recommend. For most of us, early morning is going to be the best. Me too, Diana. Me too. I don't know. I like the roughness or like the ruggedness in her voice. Alright, Lance on TikTok. says, are you sick or something? Yeah, a little bit. Out in the rain today. I had to take my car to have it. You know how you have to have it hooked up so they can like read whatever the little error thing is? I had to go do that today. Totally got caught out in the rain. Free spirit, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna do Erica's. And we'll do Lance's. And then we'll draw for the free 5-card reading. I wish my TikTok chat would work on my restream because I won't be able to. Can't click on them. Ooh, Erica. What a song to come on. I had a mini one right before I did Vanessa's reading. It's interesting. I used to think it was nerves. And because this moon is very much about anxiety and very much teaching us how to deal with our anxiety, forcing us to deal with our anxiety, right? I feel like I realized that it wasn't just nerves. I was totally having little mini panic attacks. Yay! But hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. But this Virgo full moon lunar eclipse, if you deal with anxiety, I mean, it is in your face, making you deal with it. Learn how to handle it. Yeah, same, girl. Same. All right, here we go. Let's do your message. All right, set boundaries with love and clarity. Oh my gosh, Erica, that couldn't be any more perfect. Set boundaries with love and clarity. Boundaries with love and clarity. Sherry, let me know if you want a message from Mercury too. All right, Lance on TikTok. Thank you so much for hanging out. Here is your message from Mercury. Ready? A pleasant surprise is on its way to you. A pleasant surprise is on its way to you. And I just want to say it's Mercury, so communication. Someone's fixing to talk to you, Lance. All right, I hope that was helpful. Erica said, well, damn. All right, Sherry. All right, Sherry. The peace you seek is already within the breath you just took. The peace you seek is already within the breath that you just took. How beautiful. Muso Patty, let me know if you're still hanging out. Alright guys, let's see. Wrapping it up. Sherry says spot on. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna do love and astrology. We're looking at the second week, so the 8th through the 14th. This is what I call like the midweek, right? It's right after this full moon. So what happens after the full moon is what we're going to be looking at tomorrow night. I will offer some mini readings after the collective then as well. I do need to schedule our twin flame energy update for the month of March. I'm probably going to do that either Wednesday or Friday. Guys, if you're new, make sure that you have your notification bells set to all so it lets you know when we do these pop-up lives, right? Yes, guys, hit the hit the thumbs up button for me. So Patty, let me know if you want to do a message from Mercury before I wrap it up. Thursday night, I know we'll be back. We'll do all 12 signs. I do break those up, put timestamps in the description box. So if you can't catch the live, no worries. Guys, we're always a week ahead. So if you're looking like, hey, did we talk about this Virgo full moon lunar eclipse already? We sure did. And we already broke down all 12 signs, what would happen. And you can find those videos over on my YouTube channel under the live tab. All right, Muso Patty, let's get you your message. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to pull the winner for the free 5-card spread right after this one. It says, you'll discover a new talent when you least expect it. You'll discover a new talent when you least expect it. All right, let me get everybody on the list. So Patty Lance on TikTok. All right, I'm just going to this one. Erica. Erica is our winner. Erica, let me know you're still here. You hung out. I have a free 5-card reading for Erica. Perfect, too, right? For her birthday, early birthday present. Yay. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. So sweet. All right, Erica, let me know. Let me know that you're still here. I have a very special reading. We'll pick another one just in case. If she's not, but I'm gonna give her just a minute. There she is. Okay, 5-card spread, Virgo full moon, eclipse focused on spiritual growth and soul evolution. I'm going to look at what to keep, what to release, and what your soul is calling you to become. All right, Erica, I'm going to move through it quickly. Here we go. First card, the harvest. What spiritual growth you have cultivated recently that is now ready to be acknowledged? Number 8, the path comes out. So this is that card where she's looking, I don't know if you can see it. She's standing at the bottom of that staircase and she's looking up at the portal and trying to decide if that's where she wants to go. I feel like the full moon is giving you the courage, right? Especially with your Virgo moon, right? It's got all your emotions boiling and it's like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go now, right? It's giving that energy. All right. Now I'm going to look at the compost. What belief, wound, or pattern needs to decompose so that new growth can happen? We have the action. This is reckless action, Erica. Where's your Aries? Your Aries. Ooh, and such a small amount. Your Mercury. Be cautious with your words. Be cautious with misunderstandings. Speak your truth, set boundaries, and then back like back it up, enforce it. Don't be intentional, not reckless. Be intentional, not reckless. Make sure that your actions are like thought out, planned out. Make sure what you say is thought out, planned out. You're not just blah, right? I have Mercury in Aries. I do a lot of blah, right? So you gotta be cautious. All right. Next card I'm going to look at is the seed. What new spiritual practice or truth is trying to take root in your life? The snow moon, purity comes out. This is giving yourself a clean slate. There's something about the eyes being covered, and I'm looking at spiritual truth or spiritual practice taking root. Your mind is clearing. You're starting to give yourself, it's more than peace of mind. You're starting to forgive yourself. That's beautiful. All right, next card I'm going to look at is the nourishment. What your soul needs most right now to feel supported and seen. The peace of mind card comes out. This is also about having healthy boundaries and protecting those boundaries so that you can protect your peace of mind at this time. All right, last card, the becoming who you are. Who are you evolving into? The version of yourself emerging, the other side of the release. We have the change card coming out. Okay, so change is here. And I love this card in Queen of the Moon. See how she's like pushing the moon back? Can you see it? She kind of looks like she's going to catapult, like flip backwards from the moon. So before change, you were fearful of change, scared of change, and maybe you tried to like push it away. Now suddenly you're ready, right? This is really interesting because I mean I just got done saying the same thing. It was like I kept pushing away the idea of living on my own, and it's like now I've never been more ready, right? All right, I'm gonna leave that there. I hope that was helpful. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and hanging out with me and participating. I appreciate you guys so very much. I did give your message, Lance. I hope you were able to hear it. If not, you can just scroll back a little bit. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll be back tomorrow night. Love and astrology. We'll talk about the astrology for the week ahead. If you're looking for this week, guys, go to my YouTube channel under the live tab. And then, of course, I'll do Read for the Collective and do some more free and paid mini readings tomorrow night as well. So make sure to come back and join me for that. I think that's it. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.